was at the dinner the other day, and me and my wife were having a debate on whether or not the wedge salad was an actual salad. Of course it's a salad, I said. She said it was a lazy salad. It's like the chef just stopped. It's more of a vehicle for blue cheese dressing and bacon and tomatoes. And, iceberg doesn't really have any calories. Hey everybody, it's Dan. Welcome back to Bay Area Mukbang. I appreciate it. I have a good friend here. It's Darren Preston, owner of Malibu Burgers, a plant-based burger shop here in Oakland, California. Recently moved off of Piedmont Avenue to downtown Oakland on 24th Street.
24th Street,
Yes.
Behind the Y.
Behind the Y. It's great. What'd you call it? That's like Burger Alley right there.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, because I was telling Matt, who we interviewed for the second night, that you were moving there, and he was just like, there's burgers everywhere.
Yeah, for real.
It's sick. It's great. I love your food.
Thank you.
I love your brand.
Appreciate it.
I really appreciate you coming here. And we have food from one of the vegan staples in Oakland.
Yeah. Like
every vegan I know in Oakland reps nature hella hard.
It's the best.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's amazing. And what you got, like Joe from Eastlake? Yeah. I think that's like their Christmas tradition every year. They get a bunch of people and go to Nature Vegetarian. It's fantastic. It's affordable as fuck. And they are very nice. And I got some of their chili. That's chili crisp right there.
Okay.
Or just like a chili sauce. So I'm stoked.
Yeah, for sure.
I love spicy food. So we were just talking about this, but also thank you for being my first vegan interviewee.
Nice. I'm honored.
I grew up in a hardcore scene, so veganism has been surrounding my life for a very long time. And it's great. I love that there's so much so many plant-based options coming through, because I'm an omnivore, but I don't like to eat meat all the time. Yeah. And being in the East Bay, there's so many good options. Yeah. But this show is kind of about showcasing the people behind the food. And why did you choose this? Like, why is this place special to you? Nature Vegetarian.
So I grew up in New York City. And the hood Chinese store is a staple in every single New York neighborhood. So for me, this is the closest thing that it makes me feel like home.
Yeah.
It reminds me of New York. The dishes are similar, and like you said, it's affordable. And to me, it's just a representation of home that I rarely get, because the Bay and New York are similar, but they're very different in a lot of ways. So
we don't have duck sauce.
You don't have duck sauce here.
No.
That is a thing.
That is the main complaint of every New Yorker about Chinese food in California.
Yes, no duck sauce, which is weird because it's amazing. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. No,
it's amazing. But it just reminds me of home. So I like it. It's affordable. It tastes, I think it's the best Chinese food.
Dude.
Out.
These pot sticker wrappers are on point.
The truth.
Great. The way it's fried and everything too on both sides.
When I was a really big boy, I would just on the way home, I would throw down one whole pot stickers to myself.
Oh yeah,
and then get home and have two more. So that was.
You get the road pot stickers and then you present the other ones to your family.
Yeah, straight up.
Well, here you go. I totally haven't eaten on the way home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was my go-to right there, pot stickers.
That's awesome.
The appetizer before the appetizer.
Yeah, you said every New Yorker that I meet is the authority on Chinese food.
And pizza.
Oh, pizza, of course.
Yeah.
But Chinese food is one of those things, because growing up in the Bay Area, I grew up around so much Chinese influence. And my favorite chef, and I brought this up on every episode that we've done, is Martin Yan. Martin Yan, Yan Can Cook, is the best TV chef as far as I'm concerned. And just Chinatown.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing being here in the Bay. In New York, people think like it's just this real big diverse melting pot. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of diversity, but no one really gets along, or there's not a lot of crossing between the cultures. Here, here it's completely different. So like my experiences now that I had compared to at home, it's completely different. You know, back at home, it's more just like business interactions. You know, here people actually took the time to break things down to me and explain what's what. So my experience of eating Chinese food now is completely different. When I first moved to the Bay, I lived with a family, multiracial families, like half Chinese, half Samoan, half this, so I got to,
of food.
Exactly. Yeah, they can throw down. And I was a vegan at the time. So I was eating everything. Like I have though I'm vegan, I can still remember the taste of duck. And it's like something I miss.
Well, also you got a glimpse into Polynesian food too, which is severely underrepresented. Like we have a lot of Hawaiian barbecue spots, but like Tongan and Samoan food is dope, and it's just not as prevalent, which is tragic because we have huge Polynesian populations here in the Bay Area.
Yes,
and it's just funky.
Yeah, when I got out here, I thought all the Polynesians were Puerto Ricans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we don't have Polynesians.
Crispy fades, man.
So, I was like, man, look at you Puerto Ricans talk funny. And when my boys went to school, it's like, nah, bro, I'm from Hawaii. I was like, oh. I'm like, whole time I'm thinking you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, right? We should probably start eating, too.
Yeah.
So your journey, so you haven't, when you moved out here, you weren't vegan.
No.
What in your life changed that, and like what brought you into veganism?
I saw a video of a lady. She chopped a frog in half, and she cooked its lower half, and she propped his torso on a plate, and surrounded him with his lower half. And
kind of like the anthropomorphic pig, or like the shrimp on the Sinaloa truck.
And so, but he was alive, propped up.
Oh,
yeah, he was still alive, propped up, looking at her eat him. And that was like enough for me to just cold turkey.
Yeah, just like seek out.
Yeah, and I've always been
another way.
Yeah, I've always been super sensitive to animals, so it just kind of lined up with the what I was. I had to learn what veganism was, and I had been learning about it, and then I saw that video, and that was it for me. It was enough to make
What introduced you to veganism?
A girl.
That seems to be a pretty common path too.
She was a meat eater and a hunter. I had a crush on her. I was working for Guide Dogs for the Blind at the time, and she would tell me about her hunting trips, and I was like, "Yo, that's wrong." And then she's like, "You should be a vegan," and that's how one thing led to another. And I saw the video. She was teasing me, and that was it.
Yeah, that's messed up. Like I said, like I'm an omnivore. I grew up fishing. I know, like, my capacity is in that, but the personality trait of a person that makes fun of vegans is just horrible. Or like the personality trait that some people have is like so macho, just all like, nah, I'm gonna eat your meat. Like, what? Who gives a shit?
Well, some vegans, I used to be an annoying vegan. So sometimes we kind of want to shove it down. When you get into this lifestyle, you're so happy and you feel it's something new. So you want to tell the world about it. So there's a thin line between being happy and then like shoving it down people's face. Like I'm vegan, so a lot of us vegans sometimes have like an attitude like we're a little better. It happens, so I can see why people are turned off to the idea. So I learned to I let the food speak for itself. You eat what you want. I know what I like. So
and this Mapo tofu is speaking to me right now. It's very, very good. There's a lot of Szechuan peppercorn in it, and it is fantastic.
I am clumsy.
It's so good. It's an auditory thing. It's like a mukbang. You know what I mean? Also, this is a different kind of mukbang, like I stated in the last episode.
That is spicy.
But we don't have to eat the whole thing.
Got it.
You know what I mean? It's more about we're representing small businesses as two small business owners as well. And also, nature vegetarian is like cutty.
Yeah.
It's super cutty.
Low key.
Yeah, they got the bamboo in the front.
Yep.
And
you drive right by it if you didn't know.
It's hella good.
Yeah.
So I took a look at your LinkedIn through my research and stuff, and it looks like you've done a lot of things. It looks like, to me, like you said, we talked about your nonprofit a little bit before we started filming. It seems like community is a cornerstone of kind of everything that you do.
Yeah.
Is that an influence from coming from New York? Or just like the communities that you grew up in, stuff like that?
I mean, I think for me, it's because, well, I wouldn't say it's lack of community. Like, you know, I moved a lot. You know, I moved a whole lot growing up. I'm originally from Brooklyn. They gentrified my neighborhood, which pushed me to Queens. So I'm a Brooklyn born, but I'm a Queens kid, you know. But I just saw growing up, I saw just our community was so fractured and we were so easily taken over, because in real life gentrification, it's a takeover. You know what I'm saying? And so
decentralized warfare.
Yeah, like it's when you go now, like my family's from Park Slope, Brooklyn. When you go there, you would never think that was a thriving Puerto Rican neighborhood. Even, you know, Puerto Ricans and African African Americans live. Yeah. They coexist in New York. They live side by side. But yeah, so for me, everything I try to do, I always try to include the community. I try to empower the community. I think that, and for the Black community, we've tried a lot of things to overcome like our current situation in this country. I always felt that one of the things we should try is empowering ourselves economically. Yeah. So that's why I try to do, you know, I try everything I can possibly do to empower my community, and just, you know, that's why I was doing the nonprofit stuff. I was teaching entrepreneurship, and I just want to give back. You know, I try to be a productive member of the community, and I don't limit it just to Black and brown folks. You know, ultimately we're all in this together.
But the economic hurdles that are like that the Black community and the Latino community face in America put you at more of a disadvantage.
Absolutely.
And those services just aren't provided in enough neighborhoods. Yeah. Especially inner city neighborhoods. But like inner city neighborhoods are like the epicenters for abstract thought and like progress that can be made economically. So it's really tragic. Yeah. But there's people like you who are willing to help younger folk get connected to those services. Yeah. Because there's just not enough people like telling people in those situations that these services are free and they're available. Yeah. Like there's an SBA office everywhere.
Yeah. There's just what I went to boarding school, and one thing that I learned is,
give me one of those. Oh yeah. Bean curd rolls. Sick.
One of the things I learned is that we are at a disadvantage, not only like financially and, you know, with the system that's in place that is inherently racist. We're at a disadvantage, like just knowledge wise. There's just so much that we don't know. Thank you. Even that, like, I don't know. So I feel like, you know, information is so important, and we have so many tools nowadays, but, you know, working with kids, just the basic things that they just didn't know, to me was so crazy, but I was one of those kids. So that's why it's so important to give back and try to teach. You know, teaching is so important.
Also staying grounded.
Yes.
So you don't forget where you're from.
I try to live amongst my people all the time. And I you know, my mom always gets mad at me wherever I go. It's probably bad, but wherever I go, point me to the nearest hood, because I want to go over there and spend money with the people. I want to be amongst the people. My mom hates it because she's like, stop putting yourself in unnecessary situations.
What did I work for?
You sound like her. Yeah. There you go. But yeah, I just, you know, that's me. Like when I went to Puerto Rico one year, and I just pulled up to what I now found out very dangerous housing projects. But I just pulled up, stopped the ice cream man, just brought a bunch of ice cream for all the kids. And I tell people, my family from there, and they're like, you're crazy. Why would you go? But, you know, somebody's got to do it, I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Sorry. This bean curd roll is really good. I don't think I've ever had an egg roll like that.
First time having it.
Yeah. I'd rather these things are great. Like you just go in there and you'd be like, you kind of blast them with an order. Also, they were fast.
Yeah.
Because I ordered it and I was like, man, this is going to take like an hour. We're kind of running behind. He's got kids. I have a small business too. You got a small business. Everything is crazy. And they were like, okay, 20 minutes. I was like, sick.
Yep.
Let's go.
They used to do dim sum too. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, it was probably hella good too.
Back in the days. And they would sell out so fast. So you had to get there. Or else it'd be gone. So,
well, I saw that they had pork buns for sale too. Just like you can get them and steam them at home.
what I do with those,
It's like $6 for $8.
take them, you put them in the air fryer. You spray them down with some cooking oil. Put them in the air fryer. Now you have deep fried pork buns.
Yeah. You're talking to one of the best vegan chefs in Oakland. Loves the air fryer. I love the air fryer too.
Yes.
Air fryers for life.
Yep.
Especially if you're a parent.
One more time?
When you're a parent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My kid is just starting to do the solid foods. So it was a lot of purees for a while, but
Yeah.
now she's like scaring me half to death because she's just taking chunks and I'm just
don't choke.
on standby, ready to give her the Heimlich maneuver. So, but yeah, interesting.
Yeah. I don't even know where my kid is half the time though. He's 9. I'm okay with it. He's got like a phone wrist. He's got like a watch phone on his wrist. And so he'll call me. But sometimes he'll butt dial me while he's at school and just get to listen to him say funny shit to his friends.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you grew up in a mixed household, I take it?
In what way?
Like Puerto Rican.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
interesting. My mom's Puerto Rican. My dad's African American. My stepfather's Haitian.
Oh.
So my parents aren't together.
Yeah.
But
That's okay. My parents.
yeah,
So,
it's all good. Yeah. But yeah, so I would say not necessarily mixed, but yeah, there's culture differences.
Well, yeah, I shouldn't say mixed then. I should just say like you grew up in a house with like many different
cultures.
cultural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my mom is Afro-Rican.
Oh, yeah.
So not that to me all Puerto Ricans are black because, history. They don't like to admit it. Not all of them like to admit it. But the cultures are different. So for me, I've just always just been black. My dad is African American, but the world perceives me as a black man. And I've always considered myself just a black American. But I do have different influences on me. Like because my stepfather is Haitian, I know what it's like I know the Haitian culture. My mom is Puerto Rican, but my mom is New Yorican, which is very different from Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So it is a very, very big difference. And they let me know every time I go there. They call me gringo, all types of stuff. So, but yeah, it's mixed culturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we are all ultimately New Yorkers. Like I think that's the common ground for all of us. We're all New Yorkers. My parents are, all my parents are under 60. My mom just turned 50. Yeah. So like I had young parents and they were super into hip hop. So for me, like hip hop is like the culture for all of us though. That's our culture is hip hop.
Well, you grew up in the epicenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. With young parents.
Yeah.
Who were just there.
Yes.
That's like a lot of my friends in the Bay Area, their parents just listen to fucking freestyle on blast on like Sunday morning while they're cleaning.
Yeah. So like, I grew up with when you heard like the salsa, you know that it was like, you hear it on Saturday morning, mom's cleaning. So you better get up and start looking active or else she's going to kick your door in and tell you get the fuck up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was like the common thing in our house. We all listened to hip hop. We were all very much into real hardcore hip hop. And my mom, I think she unknowingly turned me into that guy in the club when Soulja Boy's on. I'm just standing there looking at everybody dance, and it's like, all right, when we gonna play some Nas or So, but yeah,
something good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm learning to accept the change now. Coming to the Bay was a big change. The hyphy movement was, that was crazy to me when I got out.
Yeah, that was me in high school.
Man, I went to school with a kid from Burlingame, Kevin Baranti. And I remember he walked up to me and he was like, this was back in New York, boarding school. And he said, hey man, you guys don't ghost ride your whips? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And this is 2006. He's like,
and he's from Burlingame.
Yeah, he's from, and this before I knew what Burlingame
I'm from
was.
Belmont. I get it.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, he's like, y'all don't ghost ride the whip in New York. So he starts showing me all these videos, and I'm like, why are they dancing like this? You know? And then he starts showing me the ghost. I'm like, you do that in my neighborhood? They're taking your car. You know?
Yeah.
So it was a culture. It was like a culture shock to me. And I got here because we went to our senior trip was here in the Bay.
Oh, cool.
And I fell in love with it. So for me, California was LA. That's what all New York's like. My family and friends hit me up now. Yo, man,
everybody does.
Yeah, they're like, yo, how's Compton? I'm like, no, we're not in Compton. We're in Oakland. You know, my aunt, hey, I see you wearing red shirts out there. Be careful. You don't want the Crips to get you. There's no Crips here, you know? So, but I came out here and I fell in love with the Bay. Like, I fell absolutely in love with the Bay. And I knew that this is where I wanted to be, you know? Yeah. And my last day at home in New York, I actually saw a woman like get kidnapped. And that was like you need something new. You know, my mom worked so hard. And at the time I was kind of giving her pushback. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna stay in my hood. Like, you know, and she had worked so hard and it was just like, no, you need to get out of here and go see something new, you know? And like they kidnapped this woman from me. I thought they were trying to set me up, you know, cause you know, grab her and then me come down there, try to save her. And while they were kidnapping her, I saw someone jump out of a van and start running up the block towards me. And I ran home, went and told my parents. My mom said, come on. We walked down there. The cops were there. There was blood on the floor.
Damn.
And like her friend was like, cause her friend was like, help us. But I thought they were trying to set me up. And for me, that was like the moment where I said, okay, you gotta broaden your horizon. And, you know, I had already come to San Francisco on a trip, but I was kind of on the fence. And I was like, it's time to change and see something new, you know? And, been here since 2008. Yeah, and
your mom's here now.
Yeah, mom couldn't keep her away. She came, so she lives down the block from me. So it's almost like everybody loves Raymond, you know. So yeah,
that must be really nice to have that kind of support when you got a couple kids too. That's
yeah.
Essentially, you gotta have it.
She's super busy. She runs Casa Boniqueña.
Yeah, totally. That's why I kind of asked you about your household growing up, all those different influences and like your ties to Casa Boniqueña.
Yes, my mom.
That's your mother.
Yes.
So how did growing up with all those influences bring you into your cooking style and what you offer?
She's gonna kill me for saying this.
That's okay.
My mom didn't cook a lot growing up.
Ooh.
She didn't, and everyone's like, man, you're so lucky you grew up with Chef Lulu. She had her staples, like pancake muffins. This was something that she would make muffins out of pancakes.
That sounds tight.
It was amazing. I used to always tell her, like, Mom, you need to like sell these. This is amazing. And I was just telling her, I called her this. I remember those Big Mac sandwiches you would make for us? And it was because I was a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
So she'd put like the club in the middle for me. And,
that's tight.
But, you know,
I still am a big boy.
My stepdad, he cooked. He was the one who cooked a lot. And my grandmothers, I think my grandmothers were the best cooks ever. My dad's mom, Brenda, she used to make liver. And it was like, I hated liver, but I would take cheese, melt it. And this is me like 6 years old. I would tell her, she'd watch me and I'd take cheese, I'd melt it on top of the liver, toast the buns, and then make a burger out of liver.
Yeah.
And she's like, if that works for you, you know.
Yeah.
And so my cooking influence does come more from my grandmothers, but my mom is who inspired me because like, I'm gonna say maybe like 7 years ago, she started doing Mofongo Saturdays, which were, and these lines were like down the block. And I am an entrepreneur before anything, you know, so I saw that and I was like, damn, you know, she inspired me. So my mother, she really did inspire me to do this. And I saw she did it. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna do it. And it wasn't something that the way I started and thought of Malibus, I went to a spot down in LA and I waited online. And the first thing when I got there, I told the guy, I said, man, you guys should open in Oakland. And he said, we're working on it. And this is a real famous burgers joint in LA. And I ate it. I was just like, this is whack. I make better burgers than this. And that was the moment. Like, so from Koreatown in LA to San Diego, because we were taking a road trip. By the time we got to San Diego, I had already filed the incorporation. I was like Malibu Burgers, called the girls, hey, I'm quitting my job and I'm gonna sell burgers on Instagram. She's like, you're crazy.
She's like,
You're
what
insane.
the fuck are you talking about?
I'm like, oh, we're selling burgers. I'm like, I'm telling you, I got the names. It's called Malibu Burgers. And yeah, so it just started to, once people saw I was serious, then everyone around me got serious too, you know?
Yeah, totally. And that brings me to one of my main points. Getting one of your burgers when you started, because you like came onto my radar pretty soon after you had the truck, right?
Yes.
You had the
Death Trap.
the fucking, it was a bus, right?
Yeah. It was
a converted,
Yes.
murdered out fucking bus.
That was us. We murdered it out. It was yellow.
Anybody who has a murdered out vehicle has to do it themselves, or else they're
Yes.
a bitch.
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah,
we were in a really bad deal with that. You know, I want to say at that time I was desperate.
Yeah.
I wanted this. I had this vision, and the owner of it saw it, my desperation. He took advantage of it. I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy, but it's business. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying? It was 29% of our daily sales before we pay anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we were barely making anything.
Yeah.
You know, I was eating Malibus. Like, that's how I was eating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, my wife, then girlfriend, she was covering all the bills, you know what I'm saying? And I needed to take the load off her, because I felt bad constantly, like coming home after working and like, hey, you think you can buy dinner? You know what I'm saying? So I was eating Malibus every day. I gained probably like 70 pounds, like that first year.
I probably did when I started my business as well.
It was intense, but yeah, we got that bus. The bus caught fire twice.
Oh wow!
It electrocuted me.
Oh,
we would be driving it, and it would shut off, and we'd take the Lake Merritt exit where Vegan Mob's at, and I would pray like it wouldn't work. It literally would not work. It would shut off, and you know it's downhill, and we would roll all the way past Vegan Mob, turn, get on Grand, and this happened multiple times a week, and it would roll right in front of the Libertine, and we'd park. And that's how, and then we deal with it at the end of the day. And this would happen all the time. And I would pray, please do not break down in front of Vegan Mob.
Yeah.
And this was before me and him were cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is where he had those crazy lines. So here we are with our little dusty, dirty bus with vegan spray painted on the side of it. And it never broke down in front of his shop, thankfully. But yeah, that was a death trap.
Yeah, no, that's nuts, because I mean, that's one of those behind the scenes things as a business owner that you're the only people that see it. Like when you work there or you own it, it's like it could be fucking complete chaos, but then somebody just like comes up and orders, and you're just like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, those times were rough, and you know, I'm happy. My mom talks a lot about building character, and I always give her a hard time. Like, man, I should have a lot of character now. This should be smooth sailing, but it definitely did. And I spoke to the owner of Vegan Donut Gelato, the original owner, and I remember he was telling me, say, hey man, you want to go through this. He goes, this is going to make you a better businessman. He said, if you just walked into a restaurant, and he was right, because we worked hard for our restaurant, but it wasn't, towards the end of it, it just didn't feel right anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But definitely I'm glad we went through everything we went through, because it helped me become a better businessman, you know?
Well, it makes you pliable. Like you have to be able to move and shake, and when something changes, it can't kill you, and you just have to keep on going.
Yeah.
And there's something that changes every single day.
Yes.
There's a question that throws the fucking like a wrench in the wheel, and you just have to do it.
Man,
and the only thing that the consumer sees is your product.
Yes. And it's hard. Like, you know it is. Like, as a business owner, it is so tough to be the go-to guy on every aspect. And then for me, I do a lot of things. Like I prep. I do the inventory.
Yes.
I run the Instagram. Like right now, I didn't post on Instagram today.
What's on Lotus Street?
You know, I'm full.
Okay. Yeah.
I got the gastric sleeve surgery, so
word.
Yeah, so that's why. That's how I lost so much weight. So.
No, you've been doing a ton of work too. Like you can't.
I
discount yourself.
Yeah.
I see you.
I go to the gym. Yeah. But,
pumping iron.
165 pounds gone. So
that's sick, dude.
Yeah. So
good job.
This is what the surgery was for, to control my. Because I'm telling you, like, if you'd have got me a year and a half ago, I would have.
Oh, we would have crushed it.
We would have been. There'd be nothing left. Like guys filming, they wouldn't get any. Like
no, it's okay. There's always a bunch left over. We feed our families on these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my family is going to eat a bunch of this food, and it's great. I'm really really good with it. Good job.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Running a burger spot, and like I've fluctuated in weight for my entire life, and when you really really commit to it, it's just something to behold. And I'm really
thank you.
Yeah, proud of you, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was
sick.
My daughter is what inspired me.
Oh yeah,
like literally, I was getting out of was grabbing all the inventory. I was walking. I saw my reflection in the window, and I just had this quick vision of my adult daughter on a date. And because the day before, my boy said, "Hey, you ever notice that a lot of girls' dads die early?" And I said, "Oh yeah, that's weird." You know, my best friend's kind of a player. You know, so he does this. He used to. He's a good boy now, but
good for him.
Yeah, you gotta shout that out just in case his girl sees this. But,
he's doing great.
Yeah,
he loves you.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, no, he told me that, and I just got out the car. I'm carrying this inventory. I'm out of breath. I'm sweating. It's cold. And I just envisioned her like not having me. Yeah. You know, and maybe like what that could lead to in life. You know what I'm saying? Terrifying. Yeah, like her with, you know, men suck sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
they're awful.
You know, and I called my wife and I said, "Hey, I'm getting gastric sleeve surgery." And she's like, "You serious?" I was like, "Yeah." I called I actually went to Mexico to go get it done.
Oh yeah, I'm about to go down to Mexico and fix these teeth, bro.
Yeah, people hate on it. It was amazing. I called them up. They said, yeah. They sent me the link. I paid for it. They sent me a pre-op diet, and I went to New York and I ate every single thing I could possibly eat. I mean, everything. It was to the point where food was disgusting to me. And then I flew to Puerto Rico and I started my pre-op diet. And it was hard doing that in Puerto Rico because everything just smells delicious. But yeah, I did it for my kid, and I'm so happy. It's amazing. Like it just feels. My heaviest, I was like 420. Yeah. You know, and I couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So
my heaviest was 390. But that's kind of what brought me. I'm on like I wouldn't say I'm doing great on my fitness journey, but my mobility journey. Like what freaked me out was when my body stopped doing the things I was telling it to. Yeah. Like bend down or squat or something like that. And I was like, fuck this. Yeah. So at like the least that I do for a workout, I like do like squats and I stretch and I do like mobility and I move around my hips. Cause that's like cause I'm a big dude, but I can fucking move if I need to. Yeah. And that's really, really nice. I need to lose weight. This is me talking to myself. You're gonna do it, don't worry. But like I feel good. Yeah. Like mobility and shit like that is great.
It's just about moving and you know, also too I realized like it's what you're comfortable with. Like as long as you're comfortable and you're, you know, I wasn't comfortable at all. I was so uncomfortable with just everything, even sex. Like it was like that impacted everything. So yeah, now I feel much better. I feel much better mentally. The doctor's got me on some TRT too, so I'm kind of juicing a little bit, you know, and doing the Joe Rogan thing, you know.
Hell yeah, why not?
But yeah, I feel good and I'm happy. You know, took a step back with the business and we moved that to the smaller location, which is really good too. I'm happy with it, you know.
I really think you're gonna like it. I love running a business in downtown Oakland. It's fun. This Lotus Root is great, and it's right around the corner. Oh, yeah. The Lotus Root is good. So I'll just tell you if it's really good. I would definitely get it. For sure. But you moved there from Piedmont Avenue, and we've discussed kind of why you made the jump. Yeah. Besides of obvious things like the rents up there are fucking insane. Yeah. But also like the culture is different. Yes. And like you don't get as much autonomy as you'd like as a business owner, it seems there, if you don't fit in their little niche.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I stopped loving it. I just did. Like going to the restaurant there became a drag. And I used to love it, you know? So I stopped loving it. And
it's your business.
Yeah. And I felt like I shouldn't feel like so bummed out to go to work, you know? I really just disliked it. The area the area just was, it didn't fit with me. And I think it represented, like, when you start looking at the restaurant towards the last stint, like, I just really stopped caring about, for me, it was like the food, you know? And, but just the aesthetics of the restaurant just didn't, it was a representation of how I was feeling, you know? And one thing as a business owner, what people don't understand is, like, I'm a regular guy with problems, with trauma, who gets angry, you know? So it's not like a machine behind me. Like, we're not McDonald's, you know? So people are like, well, this restaurant needs this. And it's like, you know, I've been up since 6 a.m. doing 100 other things. I don't have time to paint this wall. I don't have time to, you know, so you know, I'm grateful for my time on Piedmont Avenue. I learned a lot, but I'm very much happy to not be there anymore. And I did a interview with Eater, expressing that. And then I discovered what Reddit was. And wow, I never knew so many strangers hated me so much, and all over this one article. Yeah. And it's weird because they proved my point, because after that article came out, we started getting trolled. Oh yeah. Like it like literally one guy would walk multiple times. He'd walk, fuck you, Malibus. And that never happened. Just the calls we were getting, my personal Instagram being trolled. So yeah, I left Piedmont, and I'm happy. I am happy to be out of that neighborhood, and no distant, you know, that's your community.
Yeah, I like going up there and shopping and shit. Like, I love the Kona Club.
I haven't been yet.
Oh, dude, macadamia nut chi-chi. I'm pretty sure that's plant-based. It's all coconut. Is one of the best things.
Actually, on the corner.
Yeah, on the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Like the tiki bar.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like, I like that. There's good neighbors. They're really awesome. There's great businesses up there. Yeah. But I just don't think I started my career in Millbrae, and I didn't fit. I never felt like I kind of fit. And then I worked for a spot in the city, and it was very clean cut aesthetic. Yeah. And like, I loved my time there. I love learning it. It's where I learned how to be a business owner. I had mentors. I still talk to them, but I never really fit. And now I have this like little shop that has a bunch of fucking cool shit on the walls, and I don't have a uniform. I don't look like I have to for anybody else. And I was thinking about opening up a shop up there, and over time I was just all like, I just wouldn't fit. I can make it work. Yeah. But I can't be fake. Yeah. I can't do that. I can't present a business to the world that's just not a representation of who I actually am. Yeah. And that's why I like, and I've talked to other business owners about this, I like the autonomy of being in downtown Oakland.
Yeah, we made it work, you know, but I just never felt fully welcome there. And for those people that are like, you're claiming racism. No, I'm not. I just didn't feel welcome. So whatever it could be, because it could be because I'm black, or because I'm not as rich as everyone else around there, or whatever it is. But all I know is that I just didn't feel welcome. Yeah. You know, and I never felt truly comfortable there. And I also have this pressure from my community who's born and raised in Oakland, who know about Piedmont Avenue. So when you have a 50-year-old black man that comes in and goes, man, it is amazing to see you here. Thank you, brother. You're doing this for me. You're doing this for all of us. And then on the other hand, you have another group of people like, well, you should be appreciative that you're here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I got enough pressure.
A lot of pressure.
I got enough pressure. I just want to, do good business, sell my product, grow my business. But you know, like the dudes over at Timeless, RJ, Sam, they're amazing. Yeah. You know, and after like that article came out, I hit RJ up and was like, hey, just know, like, you're not included in this. Like, I never felt any way, like, you've always made me feel welcome.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, no, I didn't think so.
That's something that I really, really like and really, really respect about the vegan business community, is like the way that you support and uplift each other in some. I guess I'm just interacting with the people that you know.
There is a lot of vegan beef.
Oh, really?
There is. Don't let.
That's ironic.
Don't let these people fool you. This game is cutthroat.
That's crazy.
It is cutthroat. Everyone's fighting for a small group of customers. That's why, like, I don't cater to the vegan community. It's vegan food, but I cater towards the meat eater. I cater towards them, and
that's what Lion Dance does too, I think.
Yeah, like their food is very, like, everyone can enjoy their food.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I've never had so much beef.
That's wild.
Since, like, no one likes each other. It's a lot of fake, you know, and people are going to kill me for saying this, but no, the truth is, it's all fake. There's a few people that, you know, when you find that group of people that rock with you and support you, stick to them, because, you know, it's just a lot of cutthroat, and we're all fighting for this small group of customers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, more and more people are eating plant-based on a more regular basis.
Yeah.
Because it's a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, just like, it seems like there's enough. And also, who cares? Like, if you got a really good product, as you do.
You know, RJ from Timeless told me this. He said, there's enough for all of us. Mm-hmm. And I believe so. I do think so. But if you look, a lot of our vegan restaurants are closing. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, because there is no unity, we should unify. We should be one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, when you look at Portland, like, their vegan scene is crazy. In LA, their vegan scene is crazy. Something's happening here in the Bay. And I feel like the best thing for us to do is to stick together and find new creative ways to survive. And, you know, but instead, there is such a weird elitist attitude when it comes to this industry sometimes. And
strange.
And I can't stand it. And I try to keep quiet about it, because as a business owner, I'm supposed to know better, to not publicly speak about things. So it's just weird, but
it's not here you can, I don't know. Like, I was just talking about being fake. You could be you. People are going to like your stuff. Like, it's like what you stand up for. As like other business owners that say one thing and then they blow up on all that shit's just they blow up on fucking Reddit or in the paper. All that stuff's just gonna blow over. You stick to your fucking laurels. People are gonna respect it, and they're gonna seek it out, and then that's how you're gonna find a very, very loyal customer base, and they're gonna go on it. And what to RJ's merit, that's fucking awesome that he said that, because there is. Yeah. And if you're doing your shit and you got your head down and you're fucking moving forward in your business and just doing your thing, and people are eating it and people are enjoying it, that's all you as a business owner have to concentrate on. Yeah, because if you're busy, you don't have time to talk shit about other people.
Exactly.
You don't have time to post shit online. Yep. You don't have time to call your fucking wife.
You don't.
You know what I mean?
Sorry,
they get mad at you for it.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just working. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I let this food speak for itself.
Yeah.
I let what I do for my community speak for itself. Yeah. You know, every holiday I'm out here giving away food. Yeah. You know, during the holidays we're giving food. We've fed, so far we've probably fed over, I want to say, like 700 people for the holidays.
Did you do World Central Kitchen?
No.
Or did you do any of those nonprofit things?
No, this is just me. This is literally me and getting a couple volunteers. And the first year we fed, way over 700 actually. You know, I've made.
Dude, holler at me. I'm down. Yeah, so I would love to help out.
We do it every year. This was the only year that I didn't do it because I had babies. You know.
Yeah,
babies. But we did feed a recovery house. So that was, you know, so. For me, I feel like if you're not out here, if your food can't speak for itself, and that's what I noticed, a lot of people who just talk shit, it's because their food, they're lacking in something. They're looking for attention. For me, my food speaks for itself, and then what I do for this community speaks for itself, you know, so.
It's a cornerstone of running a business in Oakland, and it's the only way that, like, people really fuck with you.
Yeah, you know, there's people out there who may think I'm an asshole, think I'm a dick, but I'm sorry. You know, all I'm trying to do is just do good business and be a productive member of this community, you know, and I'll defend my position in this community.
Hell yeah.
So
good job.
Yeah.
Cool. So who was the first person that you remember cooking for you?
Probably one of my grandmothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably my grandmother, Dolores. Yeah.
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 Do you remember, like, do you see, like, if you can close your eyes and, like, see it, do you remember what she would be handing you as a child?
My mom would be mad, but bread and butter, and she'd take the plate and toast it, and then give me coffee in a bottle.
Tight.
Yeah, my mom would come home and I'm just running
wired.
I loved coffee as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's a Puerto Rican thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my grandmothers, they were the Dolores. I think made the best rice and beans in the world. I could still taste them. I wish she was here.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, my grandmother's cooking for me.
I think mine is, because I've asked this question a lot at this point, but I think mine would be like my grandmother's fried eggs. Okay. Just her, like, just sitting at the table and just like a perfectly just like fried egg. That was for me. So we're getting a little bit on. We should do this. I mean, we have to do this again. I have so many more questions and stuff like that. This has been really, really amazing.
I'm down.
So yeah, let's. We're gonna do this again. I have so many more questions. This has been amazing.
I'm down.
I actually have to go back and give a bunch of haircuts in
good.
a couple minutes. But if there's anything that you want to plug right now, besides Malibu's Burgers and Nature Vegetarian, which is amazing, go eat it.
Yes.
Always support your small businesses.
Absolutely.
This is an amazing one. Also, if you're curious about plant-based food and you're not, it's not a normal part of your diet, go try it.
Yeah.
This is a fucking amazing spot to start.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. But what other like local organizations?
So we are in the works right now of the nonprofit that I previously had. We're partnering with Malibus.
Oh yeah.
And my goal is by 2025, if all goes well, I want to be able to provide free food for all Oakland students.
Sick.
So if you have an Oakland ID and you live in Oakland, you eat for free at Malibus.
Sick.
So that's something that we're working on, and like that's what I say. For me, it's about giving back. So we're right now in the works of we're trying to settle so then we can start the next planning phase, which is a culinary program, food give backs. Because I noticed growing up during the summer program we had that free food program.
Yeah.
But during the winter breaks, spring breaks, a lot of my friends would kind of get taken away from their parents sometimes because they couldn't afford to feed their kids when school was out, and that's what spawned this idea. So I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to do this in a way where it won't financially hurt the business, but my goal by 2025 is to make sure that all kids eat for free at Malibus.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so on and so forth. There's so many good organizations to give back to here in Oakland. But this concludes the fifth. Is it the fifth? This is the fifth episode of Bay Area Mukbang. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Yes.
Darren, Danny Malibu on Instagram. If you want to check out what he's doing, go to Malibu's Burgers, spend all your money. It's wonderful. Come to downtown Oakland and go to the restaurants that you love because, to be honest, a lot of them are in danger right now. Leave your fucking house. Stop ordering on DoorDash.
It hurts.
It hurts. It hurts people. All right. Later.
Peace.
Thank you, everybody, for watching Bay Area Mukbang. I really appreciate it. And please go out to your local bars, restaurants, and small businesses to spend your money in your neighborhood. Support the people that are around you, please. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Any suggestions for any future interviews that you'd like to see would be greatly appreciated, so put them in the comments. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.